I think we're good. We're here. We're here. Looks like we got a green dot. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Busy day. Lots going on here today. So yeah, we're kicking things off lower bracket quarterfinals. We'll be down to the top 4 here after this series. The Virtus Pro Team Peps match is on main broadcast. So those 2 matches are happening simultaneously. And then, yeah, we'll have the winner of this match will face each other in the lower bracket semis. Winner of that match will face the loser of the upper bracket finals, happening a little bit later on today. We did get all your map bans in here for this lower bracket quarterfinals. King's Row and Throne of Anubis banned out from Wasp now. Busan, Coliseo, Hanaoka, and Circuit Royale banned out from EXO. Bringing us to your map pool for us today. Oasis Midtown, Ranasapi, New Junk City, and Shambali Monastery. And then this should be a good one. This one, we saw the return of Ostrix yesterday. The Wrecking Ball is back and in the lineup here to kick things off. So after a bit of struggles, and then going down 2 maps against Gas. Excuse me, go down 3 map. Yeah, well, they went down 2 and then came back and won 3. The reverse swept Gas T3 by putting Ostrix in. That's my point. All right, it's my caffeine's not kicking in yet. Like, what? Just give me a second. But so Ostrix now in the lineup, coming out of retirement here today against EXO. We are kicking things off here on Oasis. I'm just getting set up here. We're looking all good to go. Let's get into map 1. Show me some Overwatch.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is Juno a flex support? Posing the big questions here right out of the gate. As we got EXO rolling out on the Winston composition. Zoro, want to keep an eye on? Already dead. Already dead, and Ostrix knows exactly who they need to focus now. One of the hottest hit scans in the region right now. First to fall here in this lower bracket quarterfinal. QRXU's going to follow up. Should double down here. You do lose Ilpi along the way, so QRXU lacking in health at the moment. And just Kiriko heals, which actually not as much as you might think. Still, QRXU gets topped up, still 4 strong. Waspo will grab first control of this objective. Another slam into the back, try to see if they can find Zoro once again. You can see immediately Ostrix focusing down that hit scan. Or at least attempting to. Skytor trying to counterpunch in the back, but a quick read there out of QRXU there will slide out of there. One of the reasons we're seeing the Sojourn become so prevalent is because you can make those quick dashes. So many fast-moving tanks here with Juno Ben in the mix. That Sojourn fast slide can do more than than a Nash coach gun or such, or a Cassidy roll to get you out of harm's way. Skytor extremely low on health. Has to go steal Wasp Mega. A risky move, because now you are deep in enemy territory. Okay, maybe they did go back the other way, and I just got myself turned around doing a bunch of U-turns on the map. That happens. Skytor with the jump in. That extra jump pack damage finds QRXU. I believe only the 2nd kill here for EXO on this map. 53% counting on the board for Wasp, but Skytor doubles down. And both supports? Nope, Fate's still here. Fate is definitely still here. Hanging on just by the hair there, Chen. Now surrounded. Takuto will find that kill. Bloody happy in chat as Takuto gets the Curie diff, but Ostrix with the mines. Pulse bomb landed. It was a double boom on the Skytor, but Lancelot Sargent pops that Primal Rage. Finds Ilpi for the 2nd time in this fight, it feels like. It's just been one long engagement. Does eventually end up overwhelmed. Do they find enough time? Prash does find Ostrix. So Skytor buys enough time for at least the squishies here of EXO to trade out tanks. But there's 95% on the board on the other side. They're trying to wait off this Kitsune rush. Zoro does eventually pop this overclock. He's got Hev coming in behind. He's going to turn, finds the recall, and Hev's able to dash out of there up above. Zoro trying to make use of this bubble. Kitsune rush now tossed in here from EXO as they move on to the point. Looks like they should be able to get this flip, as Wasp has just entirely disengaged, but Wasp are coming back with quite a few ultimates. What's up, Stacks? 5 teams to cover today. There's a lot going on. It's a busy day. It's a busy day. XSJ will land a pulse in the back. Skytor's got one amidst the Wasp no orbital ray. Orbital ray, that is. The orbital ray. A little bit of a tussle in the corner results in a couple players from each team falling. 4v3 on the point. QRXU is the side of the 3. Pops the overclock. See if they can even the odds. Ooh, and chases Skytor back into the minefield. Damned if you do, damned if you don't for the Winston. Now Wasp in control, and it's up to Captain Prasher to try to touch with the sound barrier onto the point. Zaro's back on a Cassidy. He's able to find QRXU, moving up to this high ground, see if they can find a power position. Runs off the ball instead, leaving this backline vulnerable to Hev. Hev now just all over Prashy, taking out Bo's supports. There is a flip amidst all this. It's just when I think one team is in control, the other team gets, well, control of the point. Oh, clever little move. Still can't avoid the pulse bomb. Let's get that primal going. XO have not been able to wrestle control back through all of this just messy back and forth. But Skytor systematically finding the supports through that ultimate. And suddenly this is looking a lot cleaner and some real control and a moment to breathe here for XO and, well, for myself as well. No ults online? Well, I say that. Fate's not too far away. So they can hear XSJ dancing around over here. Which, you know, I talk about Zoro a lot, and you know, maybe that makes you think that XSJ is not as strong, but I don't know. XSJ is very good in his own right. You know, make it overshadowed a little bit, but definitely has put up some good performances in the past. Now, I will say, I think Hev has had the better tracer so far in this opening round. Now has a Pulse and a Kitsune Rush to work with going in. Ostrix finds Zoro out of the back, so you don't have that pesky cast to worry about. And Hev just standing here in the middle of the open. Kind of daring anybody to come close. 99-96 on the point. Takuno is close. He's going to let Skytor take control of the objective. Oh! Gets caught off of that jump. That looked very interesting. I don't know, maybe to hit his head on the top of the archway, the window there. Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate. With Mines and Orbital Ray, Wasp will secure University. And a good start into a chaotic opening round.
Score 1-0. Ready for battle.
Are you sure it's not stress, Spectrion? Are you sure it's not stress? Oh, damn. They are attacking Zoro right out of the gate. Second time in a row, Zoro has been first blood here. Oh, Takuno can't quite get over the wall. And a very split approach as EXO was trying to stage. A good read from Wasp to find the isolated Zoro and Takuno on the outside. Takuno, I may have actually switch step in to try to help Zoro there. On the back of that, 10% on the board for Wasp. Oh, I'm trying to go in deep. Needs one shot, XSJ with the finish. And I mean, that is how fast things can flip. I like Zoro's move here, keeping Fate kind of pinned on the outside, knowing that Ostrix was trying to harass So it seems they could kind of disrupt some of the sustain there onto the Wrecking Ball. Skytor's now going off towards jump pad. Was looking for Fate over here, I believe. Yeah, it was Fate. But XSJ getting to the mix. I was talking about XSJ there at University. Comes out here with a great second fight on City Center. Almost has Pulse Bomb already. Ostrix has Mines already, though. Pulse and Rush. XSJ hiding in down low. Let's go check in on those mines here. You see XSJ was harassing the back line, but Ostrix and QRXU have successfully done so on the other side. Zoro just gets booped in. We're going to get a flip the point once again. Neither team able to hold on to the objective as of right now. I will say EXO did not spend any ultimates on that. So while they were kind of trying to stage and set up, it looks like Wasp just pulled the trigger first. Now Hev is doing the exact same kind of skulking move here in main, but EXO's not going to give him that route. Sabalicus, thank you for the follow. Cool name. Primal Rage here in the back. Tornado Rush thrown in from Takuno as well. This guy Tor is going to find QRXU. Orbital Ray on top of the point. Try to help Hev and Ostrix kind of clap back here. And indeed they have. Fate will eventually go down, but it's still a +1 to Wasp on this point. Takuno in a bit of trouble. Has to use both cooldowns just to get out of dodge. Skytor ends up 1. Ostrix and Hev, the last two standing. And Wasp find themselves in control and only, roughly 25% from taking the map. I can't cast a curse. I'm literally casting a different game. Spectre, are you like casting CGL and hanging out in my chat? Oh, Takuno just got ran over after making an Ana swap. Just far too vulnerable. South Barrier will land onto only 2. And man, it's been all the Wrecking Ball all the time. All Wasp here on this point. QRXU finds Captain Crash at the very end. And, whew, a dominant opening map there on Oasis for Waspo No. Ostrix has returned from retirement.
Play of the game.
That wrong one. Let's go that one. Got some stats. I imagine we're gonna have Ostrix barely died. Whew. Yeah, 30 and 4. Look at Zoro on the other side. 11 deaths. I mean, it was just getting focused. Ostrix and Hev were just jumping on Zoro every chance they could. Ridiculous. I mean, well played. Wasp knew what their game plan was. And they came and executed on that map. But hey, I will say I think that map is probably the most Wrecking Ball favored map. When we go back and look at our map bans, that was Wasp pick, right? And Wasp have now banned out Kings as we head into our second map. Let's check in on our other broadcast. What's going on here between Team Peps and VP? Well, it looks like map 1 is in the books here. Oh, is that just round 1? Oh, I thought that was like highlights. Okay. So VP, you're up 1-0. Also playing Oasis. Also going to City Center for their second round. Sorry, it wasn't a very good look, but yeah. This screen isn't really built for watching live VODs. It's built for FACEIT. Morning, Cass. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody being here. Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend, a wonderful Saturday. We're getting lineups finalized here. Spectre. No, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We're happy to have you here. We're happy to have you here. All right, so it was Midtown picked here from EXO. Heading into map 2. A reminder, King's Row band out there. This is also a handy-dandy way for me to swap the sides behind the scenes, and y'all can't see it because this is the only screen I don't have the scoreboard on. Plus, if Fate will get his ass in the lobby, you know, this would be a nice transition in-game, but, you know, we do what we can. What if EXO delays so Fate has to choose? Fate's like, I'm not playing this. I gotta go do my dailies. Like, it's not even for a tournament. You know, it's just, wait a minute. I gotta go get my coins. I need my coins. I think Fate may have already chosen. Fate is gone. Fate's off to play. Is off to play Rivals. All right, so heading into Midtown. All right, there's a lot less room for Wrecking Ball and Tracer coming to be able to sneak up on you. Hey, no, you're right. Stacks, you're right. Go-Go's on Lucio. Good call. Good call, man. I missed that. I was just kind of checking score. All right. We got some Midtown music. Means we don't need this anymore. It just cuts to sirens. All right, let's get a map 2. Oh, Alpha, you don't like watching ball? I like watching ball. I think ball's fun to watch. EXO kicking things off on the defense. Okay, so we are getting the Zoro Cass. I'm playing Jeff Landshark. So I talked about how, you know, the Cass isn't quite as maneuverable, quite survival against fast-paced comp like a Sojourn is, but Zoro wants that extra, more consistent punching power, I suppose. Heavy Ostrich you gotta watch out for, as they've already taken up station in the firehouse. Zoro providing watch from up top, but getting pounced on here from Hev and Ostrix. Excuse me, from Fate and Ostrix. Fate comes up with the pick, but XSJ does trade it out. So 4v4 as Skytor comes up to see if they can find Fate in the back chase as the Swift Step forces out the Suzu, and we'll take the Curie out of this fight. But meanwhile, Ostrix back on point and has eaten a purple out of Takuno. So, you know, not ideal for Wasp. Let's dive in. Oh. Zoro can't quite land the flashbang onto Hev. And then QRXU comes through with the shots. Beautiful, just kind of layering of aggression and good focus there out of Wasp Odo. XSJ Skytor now just kind of stuck in the alley. And that is one angry hamster. That's not what you want to see in a dark alley. That is an angry hamster. An angry hamster just bowls over you. Oh, Skytor's gonna go pop the problem. Try to stall this out a little bit. Is there time for reinforcements? Are there reinforcements close enough? Okay, you do have a couple showing up here. Skytor able to stay alive long enough to get the nano. Goes into the back. Fate drops the Suzu on themselves. But XSJ does find Ilpia on this, on the Juno. XSJ made the way into the firehouse. A bit of a duel there with QRXU. I think QRXU giving chase up to this high ground. You betcha. Coming up to this overclock and out window would be a perfect place to drop it. 2/3 of the point have been picked up, but Fate goes down. So we saw Ostrix bail. I think QRXU's trying to do the same, but Skytor won't let him out.
They won't quit. Neither will I.
From the window? Oh, that's the back line. Rally re-engage here from Captain Prash. That's a recall out ahead. Ooh, Curious, you found a port one. Nice little combo there out of Prash to avoid the pile drive. But yeah, I was gonna say it looks like Wasp had this one under control. Pulse bomb got into the bag, misses both supports, but still Head is able to fight Takuno. Moves in for the dash and Captain Prash. Defense will trade this out and actually stabilize. Mines up top, trying to get Takuno before they can nano, and in fact they do. But Takuno returns the favor, so it costs you your Wrecking Ball to get the Ana out of the fight. Still Primal Rage available, so Skytor not necessarily needing the nano to get get some value out of this attack. Finding the carry, good enough. Job well done. Come back in and return, but reinforcements starting to show up here for Wasp. You're actually taking some damage, but Skytor goes down. Wait, no, I wanted some QRQ pop. Overclock from this little piece of high ground could be advantageous, could be valuable. Ostrix going in for the pile drive. And you can see QRQ trying to follow that up. Where's Hev throughout all this? Hev's trying to sneak in underneath. Good purple. QRQ force back. Hev does make it in to drop that pulse. The nano was still in the pocket of Takuno, has not been used. Oh, Skytor backed themselves into a corner, and the cart is all the way through, so the high ground becoming less and less valuable. Zoro and Captain Prash forced to drop down into a 2v5, where the rally has been popped here out of Ilpi. With XX stayed down, that is the stall potential gone. You know, get that last little touch to try to delay for a recontest. And there's 2 points on the board. XO did eat quite a bit of time off the clock, so I mean, you know, 245 to work with. It's not the worst for Wasp, but it's not an overwhelming amount for the defense either. Kind of right in that middle ground. Zoro swapping off the cast has now gone on to the Ash here. You got some long sight lines either from this angle. You could drop back and get a decent long sight line before the final corner as well. Go check out what's going on up top. I hear a lot of action happening over here. That's the nano boost finally thrown in. I feel like Takuno's been sitting on this thing forever. But hey, you know what? It's about quantity over quality. Wait, no, quality over quantity. Is that dyslexia in the statement? Don't dyslexia the idiom. But nevertheless, the nano does fine too. Or more accurately, Skytor finds too with the help of the nano. That's going to be Fate investing Kitsune Rush early in the fight. Pulse throw it in, but the Suzu is there. Same can't be said for Captain Prash, though. Zoro picks up one. QRHU finds the revenge on that one. Both the hit scans trading out. Whoa! Dirty little dive into the back line. Catches the head of Takuno with the rail shot. But does kind of feel like Yorkshu is entrenched and kind of hiding down here. Well, we got a Primal Rage going on. Skytor trying to find both supports there from Wasp. A little help from XSJ. They'll get it done. Oh, the elevator just in the nick of time to save Hev. Oh, where's that overclock? QRXU, been waiting on this one. We'll catch Zoro trying to back away. Slides out of the sleep dart, and the bubble will force them back in anyway. Lines to make the recontest more difficult. Bob throwing in on that right angle. Zoro coming back in. Try to see if they can stop this push, but QRXU has already hit 2, and that is just the cap right there.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Cheers, love. It's time
No
to
one
save the
rest
world.
until this is done.
Okay. I was just thought about that, Doom Fist.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Oh, hey, I heard that. Yeah, that was a hack on Ostrix. XSJ's like, all right, that's enough of this wrecking ball. And Sombra has been in a very strong spot. It's as people have gotten more and more used to her new kit. Bringing back the extra damage on the hack targets, I think has put her in a decent spot. She might be able to lock down this wrecking ball. We'll see. We'll see. It's not like Ostrix isn't good enough to play around to Sombra. Oh, but a great hack preventing the rollout. That's gotten Ostrix extremely low. Oh, but Takuno gets run over. Instead of backing out, Ostrix goes straight in. Two different fights going on. One on the objective here. And, as Counter Press tried to catch up to see if they can help Skytor in that fight. Skytor just drop. And that leaves Zoro open to QRXU, who finds a two-piece. And Ostrix with lockdown on the Sombra. Yeah, XSJ doesn't get a chance to set up, separated from the team, just ends up in a 1v2. Now Wasp are just surrounded little shop here. So no matter which way EXO wants to come out, they're going to get spotted, they're going to be in trouble. So they rush out forward with the Deadeye to try to cover their tracks. It's a captive Sun thrown in from Hilpy in the back, and Fate's able to get one on the back of that. Going in deep, Hev has eyes on Takuno once again, but Ostrix already picked up 2. So Hev just rejoins the fight, and they'll allow Takuno to run away. Whoops! Maybe not. EMP now available. Only a minute 20 to do something here on this first point. Oh, they got Fate so low. But Fate's able to fall back. Meanwhile, Hev goes down and not see how Hev fell. Yep. Rallies up to help protect against the mines. The 3 stationed here on top of the stairs. Ostrix just trying to hold him in. XSJ doing their best to keep it low on the outside. Managed to find QRXU. They're going to have to do this without Takuno. So both DPS have moved on to the point. XSJ did EMP at some point in that, and imagining to get the kill onto QRXU. Hev and Ostrix will combine onto Zoro, and the poor cowboy just ends up in a heap. 30 seconds remain. A couple of space buying ults, but nothing to really secure this. XSG is going to make a swap onto a May, see if they can isolate, ideally Ostrix, but also, I mean, you can isolate QRXU, perhaps even Ilpy with this as well. I'm assuming you can get the outburst first. Captive Sod thrown in over the top from Ilpy into the laundromat. Wall up there to try to block it. Skytra's going to drop the Annihilation, see if they can find Ilpy, who's put themselves out of position. Takuno ends up falling to that Captive Sod, and Hev will tilt the balance, finding XSJ 3v2, 3v1, favoring Wasp on this point. Oh, it's actually a 3v2. Zoro's still alive in here. The Fan the Hammer got Ostrix down to 1. Zoro's still alive and kicking and shooting and tooting. No, and now dying. And now dying. It's just tooting. It's just toots at this point. 2-0 to Wasp 0-0 in your lower bracket quarterfinal. All right, some stats there for you. Exo struggling to get it done there on hybrid on their map pick. What just happened? Why did this just go all wacky on me? Hell, what is going on? What just happened? I didn't press anything. My screen just went haywire. Give me my match stats back. Come on. Ongoing. Thank you. Good lord. All right. That's map 1. Oof. Map 2 doesn't look any prettier for EXO, unfortunately, for EXO fans out there. Ostrix 33-2 on that one. Still struggling to contain the wrecking ball. And I mean, with Hev coming in at 32-5 as well. I mean, this is no coincidence. These two just work as one hive mind so well. They're able to get in so well and around. You know, what you think would be counters, or you think you've got, Sombra and Brig and your angles locked down and can take an area, and still Hev and Ostrix are able to get underneath. So I mean, it's the name of the game here, is to stop those two, and I mean, they're gonna have to do it on a Wasp map pick now, because we're heading into push. And was Colisaio banned out from EXO? Flo, thank you for the follow. This is why EXO's so trash? I think that's a little harsh. But, I mean, Wasp do certainly have their number right now. Wasp definitely have their number right now. Monk, thank you for the follow. We are headed to Runasapi here for map number 3. No subs on either side. Let's check back in. How's our team Pep's VP match going? VP up 1-0, but looks like they gave up point A pretty quick here on Kings Row. They did get all 3 points in with 23 seconds left on the clock. FD God is in here for map 2. Crocs is playing Hog. We saw Crocs play a bit of Hog yesterday. We're just waiting on players to get in the lobby. That's all it is. Once we get everybody in, we'll cut back into our map 3 of Wasp taking on EXO. The Wasp people starting to show up. Canadian saying me when Ostrix is mid-tier. That's troll. That's troll and you know it. All right. I hear some Runasapi music. Let's get into map 3. Do we get 3 Overwatch today? Can EXO find a way to put a stop to this ball tracer madness that has been giving them so much hell here in these first 2 maps? Seavart the legend is here. Doing good, Katie. I appreciate you being here. Ken, it has been a amazing weekend so far, and it's not even noon on Saturday for me here in Dallas.
3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Okay, so we're going into the Mog and try to out-sustain. You do still have the Somber variant here from XSJ to try to prevent the dives, but I doubt it'll be... Yeah, and you can already see the way that XSJ is sticking with the team a lot more, where we saw XSJ kind of splitting up, and we saw a lot more of a 4-1 split with XSJ trying to stage off from the team. It's now just sitting here in the thick of things, and everybody's just going to huddle around this Maga. Oh, but Captain Presh gets isolated. So that's exactly what you don't want. You don't want that 4-1 split. And Wasp are able to force it here early, and they get first blood. Yet again. As they did both times on Control. Just trying to prevent a little one-up position here. A bit of a duel with Fate. Oh, Fate's going to get it, too. Fate circling around. Wasp having control of this far coastal side. Able to start putting pressure down on that corner. Takuno starts feeling the squeeze. They're at the back line. Both supports now down. Wasp are going to take a second fight in a row. Zoro has been quite quiet today. Finds a very important pick there to kind of get some life back into these exo comms, back into this team. Saw a good headshot land on the head as well, which forced the Tracer out of the fight, so you didn't have Ostrix's duo there to help pressure down the hit scan this time. And Zoro looping back around, knowing Hev could be hiding anywhere. Drops the Deadeye out of the back. Oh, but Hev gets 2 with the pulse. Kitsune rush in. Zoro completely mismatched there in the streets. And it'll turn into another Wasp fight win. I mean, 73 and counting as far as meters are concerned. Let's check out this Ostrix position hiding on this outside. Zoro gets the better end of QRXU on that one. The initial headshot, the flashbang. I love the precision on Zoro shooting, where you see very intentionally goes for the headshot, the flashbang, and then a center mass. Like, even 2 different aim spots within that one little flurry to secure that kill on the QRXU. Now QRXU returns with the overclock. One's already landed on a Brashy, so they're going to pop the rally. Orbital thrown in here from EXO as well. There's return orbital in from Wasp. Oh no, and both teams have kind of flopped sides on the map here. Skytor now on a Junker Queen. It was looking to kind of return, but Wasp split. They dropped down into the street, kind of split into a 3-2. Captain Prash is able to follow Fate. QRXU just bails. Ilby, where did you find that kill? Ilby's back here on the other side in this massive flank. When the last time you saw Juno go on such a deep flank into the backline? A lot of low health bars. Hev moving in, finds Captain Prash. Skytor low, has Hev just all over him. XSJ shows back up, but it's a touch late to save the Junker Queen. Mine's on the point, and XSJ just unwraiths right in the middle of him. Hey, still 5 minutes off the clock. I know it's not looking good here for EXO fans, but I have seen more comebacks on this map than any other map in the game. Deadeye out from Zoro. Doesn't lock anything down, but you know what? Skytor's found too. EXO start taking this bot back the other direction. Oh, there's no way Fate makes it out of there. Hev bails Fate out at the last second. Oh, Zoro still wants it too. Zoro still wants it. Can hear Fate tossing this kunai. Gets one headshot. Speed ring in. Uh-oh, everybody's converging on Zoro, including Ostrix. Rampage out's gonna find 4. Give me some Skytor pop. Uh-oh. QRX, you just gets railed out of that Death Blossom. And it's going to turn into another fight win here for Wasp. No meters on the board for Hypno still. Or for EXO still, excuse me. Two support ults. Oh. Have stuck Prash with it. You can see from the health bars. Rally popped early, but Skytor's already low. Need to get that orbital out. They do. Just in time. Skytor stays on 2 feet. They find that kill onto the pesky Tracer. Ostrix ran off. EXO are able to put together a good one here. Cost of both support ults do it. And they'll be facing an orbital ray on the other side in return. They do finally get rid of the close spawns. Orbital ray thrown in defensively, kind of a backwards orbital. Prash just holding the line, dancing around in circles. Here comes reinforcements. But Takuno can't quite keep Prashy alive through it all. Skytor is back alongside Zoro. See if they can find some revenge. And Zoro does pick up Hev. Lines over the point just to try to keep EXO from getting anything done. I mean, just right over the top of Zoro. No chance to escape that one. Skytor does chase them down. Fate overextends. Oh, but Hev with a late kill with both DPS still inside. QRXU low. Ooh, the rail shot goes right through the shadow step of XSJ. They move in, get the headshot. What a play on XSJ. Now Ostrix returning to the point. Does land on Prashy, but they're able to shield bash up and get away. Hev coming in from the jump pad side. Trying to converge in this 2v3, but Zoro has returned. What was perceivably a 2v3, but was in fact a, well, we're getting into a full team fight now. Makes this shape forced out. Get out of the way, Trey. Pulse lands from Hev. Disastrous. Prash was aiding to that rally. Less than 2 minutes to go as we're going to get the overclock pushed in. Pushed in, thrown in, invested. Whatever I'm trying to say. Woo! Still doesn't get it done. Zoro with a beautiful shot. Takes QRQ out of the air after the slide jump. The orbital from EXO has at least kept them in this fight, but they have lost XSJ. Oh, and now they lose Pressy as well. The push in onto the back line, successful. And both supports assassinated here from Ostrix and Hev. A lone Skytor just gets a punch in the face there from the hamster.
60 seconds remaining.
A little bit of meterage picked up. Not enough for the checkpoint. They're looking to harass Skytor in the back. Skytor trying to shot to get out. Takuno, there was some heals. You can see the shots coming in. Hev and Ostrix giving chase. Oh, and they end up just focusing down Takuno instead. Captain Prash returns. Doesn't want to have to use the rally, but ends up pressing the Q anyway just to make sure they can keep moving. But this is left Zoro all alone somewhere inside the house from the positioning there from the 3 Wasp players. Orbital Ray thrown in right into the textile shop. Rampage down the street will find 2, and Takuno follows up on that kill onto Ilpi. Ostrix low, the Suzu for the cleanse, and Hev finds Captain Prash in the back, and Zoro is down. The pile drive combined with Hev's shots on the Tracer. It's just too much for Zoro to handle. Hev comes up with their 3rd in this fight. The Wasp are on track to close this one out. QRXU with the finish on Takuno. And it's a lone Raper in the form of XSJ. A final last-ditch effort. As Wasp will close out the series in a 3-0. Move on into the lower bracket semifinals.
Play of the game.
Get you some stats there from map 3. Why go put this point on the board? The return of Ostrix. And Wasp are suddenly looking very, very scary again. I always hate saying goodbye to teams. Especially ones as talented as EXO, but today was just not their day. Zoro kept pretty darn quiet all day long. A player I've been just glazing for this entire season. Has most deaths in the lobby every single map. And that is very intentionally designed there from Wasp. Oh no.